Prince William is drawing a line in the sand, a definitive one. For years, he's been the picture of restraint, maintaining his composure as Harry and Meghan dominated global headlines with their endless media antics. He stood back, letting their narratives play out, even as they sometimes threw the royal family under the bus. But every line has its limit, and it seems William has reached his. This time, his focus isn't directly on Harry and Meghan themselves. Instead, it's on their children, Archie and Lilibet. Not personally, of course, but regarding their royal status, specifically their HRH titles. And if the reports are to be believed, William is preparing to strip those titles once he becomes king. Why, you ask? To understand that, we need to rewind a bit. When Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties, they reached an understanding with the late Queen Elizabeth II. It was simple. While they would retain their HRH titles, they were to stop using them. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture. It was a clear boundary set by the monarchy, a way to separate the private citizens Harry and Meghan had chosen to become from the institution they were leaving behind. For a while, it seemed they complied. But as time passed, Meghan began to casually reintroduce the HRH titles, strategically, subtly, but undeniably. Fast forward to today, and those titles have extended beyond just Harry and Meghan. They're now being woven into the identities of their children. From Instagram captions to lifestyle branding and even media rollouts, the HRH titles are being used not as a nod to tradition, but as a marketing tool. And for William, that crosses a line. Sources close to William describe his frustration. He reportedly sees Harry's recent moves, such as hinting that Archie and Lilibet could grow up as working royals, as nothing less than trolling. Let's pause here and unpack why that's so problematic. Working royals dedicate their lives to the service of the crown. This isn't a part-time gig or a glamorous job title. It's a lifelong commitment. It involves public service, representing the monarchy in often thankless roles, and upholding centuries of tradition. For Harry to casually suggest that his children might someday step into these roles, all while raising them miles away in Montecito, feels not just disingenuous, but outright disrespectful to those who take these responsibilities seriously. Imagine dedicating your life to an institution, only to watch someone use it as a branding opportunity. That's the frustration William is grappling with. Royal titles aren't merely decorative. They symbolize duty, loyalty, and a connection to the crown. And the HRH styling, His or Her Royal Highness, is especially significant. It's a legal designation granted by royal decree, steeped in history and tradition. But just as it can be given, it can be taken away. Diana lost her HRH title after her divorce from Charles. Sarah Ferguson lost hers when she separated from Prince Andrew. The message has always been clear. If you're not actively part of the core royal family, you don't get to carry the styling. This precedent is likely what William will rely on when he becomes king. Reports suggest he plans to issue new letters patent, a formal royal decree that will make it clear only working royals will retain their HRH titles. This isn't a move to punish Harry, Meghan, or their children. It's about protecting the dignity of the institution. Interestingly, William wouldn't be the first royal leader to make such a decision. King Carl Gustaf of Sweden faced a similar dilemma. In 2019, he removed HRH titles from 5 of his grandchildren who weren't expected to serve the monarchy. It was a modernizing move that streamlined the royal family and clarified roles. William's potential decision reflects a similar thought process. This isn't about personal grievances. It's about preserving the integrity of the crown for generations to come. Meanwhile, Meghan continues to weave her narrative through curated family moments. Take her recent Father's Day video, for example. On the surface, it seemed like a sweet glimpse into her family life. But let's not ignore the strategy behind it. Highly produced, carefully edited, and perfectly timed, the video wasn't just about celebrating Harry as a father. It was about keeping the Sussexes in the headlines. Meghan understands the power of relatability, and she's using it to her advantage. But the question remains, at what cost? Harry and Meghan have often spoken about wanting to protect their children's privacy. Yet, the way they've integrated Archie and Lilibet into their branding suggests otherwise. Publicly, they denounce the spotlight. Privately, they seem to control it, using their children as pawns in their carefully crafted image. This duality hasn't gone unnoticed. Observers, both in the UK and abroad, are beginning to see through the facade. What once seemed like a story of empowerment now feels more like exploitation. For William, this isn't just about Archie and Lilibet. It's about the future of the monarchy itself. He's playing the long game, thinking about what the institution will look like decades from now. His goal isn't revenge, it's clarity, stability, a monarchy that isn't swayed by celebrity culture or social media campaigns. When the time comes, William's actions will be decisive. He'll strip titles not out of spite, but out of necessity. The message will be clear: the crown isn't a part-time role or a branding opportunity. It's a lifetime of service, and in doing so, he'll set a precedent, not just for his reign, but for the future of the monarchy.